But why has she kept eerily silent about it all this time?
Anyway, you listen to me. I'm gonna try and smooth things over with the chief again. Later, pal.
After that, I heard from Emma. She said the police wanted to ask her some questions. So she'll be busy for the rest of the day. February 24th, Detention Center, Visitors Room.
I see. So the chief asked Emma to come in for questioning.
It's no use thinking about it. Tomorrow's the final day in court. I'm committed to doing everything I can to defend you, which is why I'm here.
But I've already told you all I can.
What you've told me over these past couple of days is absolutely nothing. Not a single useful thing.
Ellie, I believe I did mention something quite important. Something I told you right at the beginning. I said that I was the one who stabbed Detective Goodwin.
You know, I think I finally figured it out. I know who it is that's lurking behind your words.
Mia did a good job mentoring you. I'm rather jealous. It seems Edgeworth is right.
Edgeworth?
Once you're convinced you know something, no one can persuade you otherwise. Thick-headed is the term he used, I believe.
Now's my chance to get her to tell me the rest of the story. I have to admit, I was more than a little perplexed at first. You insisted you did it, yet there was no incriminating evidence. That's when it hit me. It's not that you're unwilling to tell the truth. It's that you're incapable of doing so. Because of a certain individual.
What an intriguing notion. A certain individual, you say. So you think I'm protecting this person?
Protecting? No. I think afraid of is more like it. If I'm not mistaken, the person in question may have persuaded you to silence.
For argument's sake, Mr. Wright, who may I ask is this person you're speaking of? The one I'm supposedly frightened of. What is this person's name?
Well, Miss Skye?
Mr. Wright, you're addressing the chief prosecutor. Do not forget your place.
I take it she's still not ready to spill the beans.
My apologies. Could you please tell me a bit more about what you think you know? We were partners until 2 years ago. I respected him as a detective.
Assuming he is respectable, then tell me something. Why would he try to hide his crimes?
His crimes?
Both you and Edgeworth will be brought before a board of inquiry for what you did. Specifically, hiding and forging evidence.
Of course there are serious offenses.
Why is it, though, that Chief Gant's name was never mentioned?
Chief Gant?
Edgeworth didn't know the truth behind the forgery. The only party who could have possibly tampered with the evidence was...
me. I had access because I was second in command of that investigation.
Yes, you. But also one other. Damon Gant.
If you intend to accuse Chief Gant, you'll need more than just words. Show me proof that Chief Gant falsified evidence in that case.
I just found this in a safe in the chief's office. This jar piece and this piece of cloth. Do you know what these are? The pieces of evidence from the SL9 incident. The person concealing evidence was none other than Chief Gant himself. Now tell me, why are you taking all the blame for him?
Touché, Mr. Wright. It's as you surmised. I cannot disobey the chief's orders. Even if it means being found guilty for murder.
Why not?
Come now, Mr. Wright. You can't possibly expect me to be able to tell you that. 3 days ago, I had no choice but to cooperate.
The murder of Detective Goodman.
Or perhaps I should say, follow orders. Yes, that's more accurate than cooperate. Although I can't tell you the details, I can say that I was given an order that day. I need you to dispose of Bruce Goodman's body. You'll find it inside the trunk of Miles Edgeworth's car.
Just as I suspected. Despite what everyone believes, you were not the one who murdered Detective Goodman.
Correct. I was trying to take the body out of Edgeworth's car. The trunk's lock was broken, and I discovered that murder weapon while inspecting the body.
Murder weapon? You mean Edgeworth's knife?
No. When I found the body, this was the knife stuck in it.
The knife from the SL9 incident. Serial killer Joe Dark's knife.
I couldn't just leave that knife in him, so I took it out and stabbed him with another knife.
That would be Edgeworth's knife.
That's right. Even though he was already dead, my hands were shaking at the thought of stabbing him. That's why I ended up cutting my hand.
And that is the reason for the bandage on your right hand?
Yes. It seems I got blood on the victim's shoes as well. And then... she saw me just as I plunged the knife in.
Miss Starr, huh? Why did you need to hide Dark's knife so badly?
It took a lot of work to finally close the Dark case 2 years ago. It was over with. I didn't ever want it to be opened again. My intent was to prevent that, by whatever means possible.
So, you hid Dark's knife.
The weapon used to stab the detective was evidence of the Joe Dark case. If word got out, which it would, the reporters would have a field day with that.
So you wrapped the knife in your scarf and hid it. In Edgeworth's exhaust pipe.
Right. Then I called my sister. To tell her what happened, and to ask her to hide the knife that was inside my muffler.
You asked Emma?
I didn't want anyone on the force to know about this.
That would explain why Emma's so confident. About Lana's innocence.
Speaking of phone calls, I had a bad feeling about one of them that day.
A bad feeling?
The truth is, after I received those orders from Chief Gant, the first thing I did was make a phone call. A phone call to Patrolman Jake Marshall.
To Marshall? Why on earth would you call him?
The lead investigator for the SL9 incident had been murdered. I wanted that fact to be kept hidden, and I needed help. He was the only other person I could trust. Or at least, I thought I could trust him at the time. However, it seems that after I spoke to him, he went off on an escapade of his own.
Oh, you mean...
Not wanting the case to die, he decided to take things into his own hands.
He disguised himself as Detective Goodman and tried to steal the evidence.
He had already stolen the ID card. But it seems he still hadn't made up his mind to break into the evidence room. After my phone call, any remaining doubts he had must have disappeared.
So your phone call caused the incident in the evidence room?
I'm afraid that I can't tell you.
But Lana...
You've earned my respect, Mr. Wright. Both as a defense attorney and an investigator. Now, please, don't pursue this further in court tomorrow.
Tomorrow's trial. There's only one way to drive off Lana's demons. I've got to get to the bottom of everything. Detective Goodman's real murderer. And what went down in the chief's office 2 years ago. Oh my god! It's only been 2.5 hours. We usually run 2 hours per segment, so we only went half an hour over, but it feels like it's been 4.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my
my
god.
It's been, yeah.
Break time for water and food.
Oh, please, guys. So I'm going to warn everyone ahead of time. It looks like, I don't know, I'm hoping that because it's the first part of the trial, it won't last as long because parts 2 and 3 will be longer. But there is a risk we may run until 10 tonight, Pacific time, 1 a.m. Eastern. If so,
Brilliant.
I apologize. We got through this as best we could, and I really appreciate everyone's involvement. That being said, if you do need to back out, just let me know. With that said,
Well,
do you guys need 15 minutes or is 10 enough?
10's
I'm
fine.
good for 10.
Either way.
Someone else was
did you
starting
say?
to speak up. What were you going to say?
Ever since doing that for Gumshoe, my stomach's starting to hurt, so unfortunately I do not think I will be able to do any more acting of
Okay.
sorts tonight.
Steele, I don't
But
think...
I will be in
Go
the
ahead.
chat.
Steele, I don't think Gumshoe will be in the court case. Are you good filling in for... Or just... If he does,
Yeah.
are you willing to fill in?
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Okay.
Sorry.
Feel better, Boom.
Feel better, Booms.
Thanks.
All right.
Once
Gonna
again,
get
I'll
that...
be lurking in chat.
All right. Sounds good.
See you there.
Get that music going. This is the defendant lobby, all right, but there's no defendant. I've been trying to reach Lana all morning. Where could she be? And where's Emma for that matter? It almost seems as if... All right, you know what? We're gonna just, I'm not gonna make us do this entire scene. So we will come back in 10 minutes, maybe, we'll take it 12, 13. We'll come back at 10 minutes off the top of the hour. So get some food, use the bathroom, take care of yourself. I'm gonna mute both sides of this. We'll be back 10 minutes after the top of the hour, and we're gonna get through this trial, day 3, part 1. Thank you everyone for your support. I'm unmuting just to hopefully get this. Come on. Say hi. Say hi. Okay, just wanted to share that. Welcome back, everybody. Let me bring the rest of the cast in
Yeah,
here.
I peeled off my snot rice.
Please tell
What
me
a
you didn't
hell!
eat it.
What a hell of
didn't
a
eat it,
phrase to
no.
come back to.
Hi, Sean.
What a no!
Hi,
Literally, the first thing that stream heard was peel off my snot rice.
Oh,
God, I
Asbel,
love.
you are now forever in memory of Snot Rice.
God,
Oh, no.
I love our chat.
Oh, oh no! Well,
We love you.
on that note, let's update with some fan art.
Yeah.
First of all,
something's been happening behind the scenes. Don't you worry, whoever you are.
we have this wonderful piece from Susan the Vulpix
Woo!
of her two characters, the police officer and the deputy.
Oh! That's cute.
I love Vulpix officers. Normalize Vulpix officers. That is so cute. I'm all for it. Oh, did I? What? There we go. I was like, when did I drag that over there? So there's that first one. Secondly, we have this one from Color Brews, immortalizing a fun moment we all had in chat. I think we're all gonna have some memories of this one.
Look that you want.
Colors just like
Save me.
Please.
Please.
Yame, stop.
Yamete, could you stop?
I'll see if I can fit this other one because I really like it. I've dubbed this one Kawimes because
That was my favorite.
when you
I
commit
love that one.
crimes but they're cute, they're known as Kawimes.
Kawaii.
All the kawaii crimes, all the kawaii time.
So
Very
it's
simple character.
Emma Cat and Maya Pup.
Yeah.
Oh,
Should have been like a little envy in the background.
oh my God.
It's Envy's just the spirit possessing them.
Yeah.
No, it's like a mentorship.
Oh my god.
And then finally, this is my personal favorite. This one comes from Kawaii Bothered, who this expression is sending me. This is easily one of my favorites.
Great.
Classic. Absolute classic. All right. Well, it's 8:12 p.m. We've got part 1. We're in it. We're in the final trial of this entire live dub.
We
Oh
are in it to lose it.
my God. All right, let's get everyone to sleep at a decent time. Everyone ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hold on, my dog.
Yep.
All right. I think this is Miss Star, or who is this, Cyan? Do you know?
Something's been happening behind the scenes.
Oh.
Edgeworth.
Knowing you, you've already figured it out. Who the owner of the 777777 ID number is, that is.
Well, I have a pretty strong hunch. Looks like I'm not the only one who's figured it out.
You know, the only reason this trial didn't reach a verdict yesterday is because there was still room for doubt regarding this ID record.
Oh, by the way, this is the final trial, so we're doubling the punishment.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh,
There are.
no. Wait a minute. Oh no.
This goes into next week, though.
Yes, I know.
Oh no.
If this number does belong to whom you suspect, then no doubt will remain. After all, he hasn't been officially charged with anything.
True. Not yet.
In any event, once all doubt has been removed from that list, I can call for a ruling. 5 minutes, Wright, and Chief Prosecutor Sky will be found guilty.
But she didn't do it!
I figured you'd say as much. That's why I came here, to hear what you have to say.
This is the first time he's ever done something like this. Lana's hiding something, and the only way we'll ever know the truth is to draw it out of her.
The truth?
Everything goes back to the SL9 incident.
Don't be stupid. Today's the last day of the trial. We don't have time to reminisce about the past.
That depends on you. If she's found guilty, you'll lose your only chance to find out what really happened.
I'll think about it. See you in court, right?
Oh, he's a ghost! This is it. If I'm ever going to find out what Chief Gant has on her, it's now. February 25th, 10 o'clock a.m. District Court, courtroom number 9.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Normally, this is when the prosecution puts forth its opening statement. But before that, the police chief has a proposal to make.
Chief Gant.
Morning, folks. How's everyone doing? Hey, Udgy. Been back to the pool yet?
No, I've been drowning enough as it is in my work.
Damn, Judge threw out a good one.
That's a good pun.
Oh, that's a good one!
Fucking stop.
Oh yeah.
Don't think I can top that.
If you don't mind me asking, Chief, exactly what is this proposal of yours?
Lana, that is to say, the defendant, has asked me if she could speak directly to the court.
She wants to do what?
Having heard what she intends to say, I feel she should be granted her request.
This face always throws me off because that's exactly what Panda's face looks like when he looks up at me. Because he's a cross-eyed
With my
derp.
schnauzer.
Chief,
Can I get some headpants? In the end, it should save everyone a lot of time and trouble.
What's this all about, defendant?
I'd like to make one simple request, and I'll be finished. Forget about the snot rice.
Well then, what's your request?
Your Honor, I'd like you to put an immediate end to this trial.
Huh?
I confess to all charges against me. On February 21st of this year, I murdered Detective Bruce Goodman in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office.
No, Lana!
Well, that's all I need to hear. Game over.
You can't! Your Honor, the defendant's claim does not change the defense's plea.
In that case, Mr. Wright, I no longer require your services.
But Lana!
Your Honor, I hereby forfeit my right to an attorney. The prosecution may lack direct evidence against me, but it has sufficiently proven its case through testimony and circumstantial evidence. I would like you to render your verdict now, if you please.
Well, the defendant certainly has the right to self-representation. Her request is legally valid, although this is an unprecedented situation. Indeed, it appears there's no need to further continue this trial, even if Mr. Wright may feel otherwise.
This can't be happening.
It appears the time for the verdict has arrived. The court finds the defendant...
One moment, Your Honor.
Mr. Edgeworth?
The prosecution has not yet proven the defendant guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Any ruling at this stage would certainly be premature.
Come on now, Worthy. I understand this is a difficult time for you. But why don't you just be a good little boy and keep your mouth shut, hmm?
Don't patronize me. I don't think I care for your tone, Chief Gant.
Oh, yes.
What?
Creating another fabrication to cover up your past mistakes. Sorry, but I'm no longer the naive little boy you would have me be. With this sudden confession from the defendant, it's obvious to me some kind of deal was struck behind the scenes.
Some kind of deal, hmm? Not everyone operates as you do, Worthy.
I thought so. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to change its first witness.
Oh? To whom?
As its first witness, the prosecution would like to call Miss Emma Skye. I request the court hears her testimony.
Mr. Edgeworth, I am exercising my right to self-representation. I don't think we need to continue.
I don't care what you think, Miss Skye.
That's what we call a burn.
Bomb has been planted.
The exposure of truth sometimes results in a tragedy. However, no matter how tragic the truth may be, it would be an even greater tragedy to avert one's eyes from it.
Very well. The court shall grant the prosecution's request to a sick burn. If that's okay with you, right, Chief Gant?
Worthy, you'll live to regret this. Mark my words.
Miss Emma Skye, please take the stand.
Looks like Edgeworth has decided to take the horse by the reins. I'm not sure that's how that phrase goes.
Take the bull by the horse.
Yeah, that's the one.
Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation.
My name is Emma Skye. My occupation? I'm Lana's little sister, and I want to be a scientific investigator.
2 years ago, you encountered the serial killer Joe Dark of the Joe Dark killings. Is this correct?
Yes. I'm trying my hardest to forget about that, though.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to recall those events one more time.
Mr. Edgeworth, please remember the trial concerns the murder of Detective Goodman. Is an incident that was resolved 2 years ago really all that relevant?
Yes, it most certainly is.
Okay. Okay then.
Sure gave in
We are all
fast.
getting ESP, I guess.
Now, please testify about what happened to you 2 years ago.
The trip to yesteryear has finally begun. It's bound to lead to the truth behind this trial. 2 years ago.
I was waiting in my sister's office that day. a man came running in and took me hostage. Neil Marshall rescued me. But I'll never forget what I saw in that instant. The man raised up his knife and stabbed Mr. Marshall in the chest.
It's a good thing that you weren't harmed.
I passed out. I don't remember much.
That's me every Saturday. I mean, that's understandable. However, please, tell me, Mr. Edgeworth, what does this testimony have to do with Detective Goodman's murder?
That will soon become apparent, Your Honor.
You've got to admire him for his courage, considering he has no evidence.
Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
Up to you if you want to read again.
Okay. I will refrain from reading the main part.
Okay. 2 years ago, the defendant was a detective at the police department, correct?
Yes. She was second in command under the then Deputy Chief of Police Gaunt. My sister... She was the best detective ever.
Yes, I remember. Deputy Chief Gaunt and Miss Skye used to be quite the pair.
I believe they shared the same office.
That's right. I'd always sit at my sister's desk and dream about playing that organ. I wanted to play it that day, too.
The police department and the prosecutor's office held a ceremony that day.
Lana promised to take me to dinner after she finished with her work.
A man?
Yes, Joe Dark. He was a serial killer.
Joe Dark was brought in for questioning on the day of that ceremony. We were desperate to get anything on him that could lead to an arrest.
When he saw his chance, he fled the room, right?
Upon fleeing the room, Dark proceeded to take the elevator. He must have been in a panic because the elevator was going up.
What an idiot.
I know, right? It's hysterical. But then he ran into Skye and Gant's office.
There was a lot of noise coming from outside, so I opened up the door to have a look. And that's when I saw him.
What was the prosecutor doing there?
That day, there were two people present during Dark's questioning. Detective Damon Gant and Prosecutor Neil Marshall.
Almost forgot about Gant.
Neil Marshall had just received the King of Prosecutors Award. Young and dedicated, he went straight to the questioning room after the ceremony.
I assume that would also be why he was the first to run into after dark.
When Dark grabbed me, I thought I was as good as dead.
And that's when Prosecutor Marshall came running in?
I don't clearly remember what happened then, but...
Can you tell us about that?
Mr. Marshall jumped on Dark. Just then, the lights went out.
The lights?
It was just about this time of year. There was a terrible storm going on, and lightning struck nearby.
So the electricity went out.
Wait a minute. If it was pitch dark in that room, you shouldn't have been able to see anything, right?
Right, but just then, lightning flashed again outside. That sudden flash left an unforgettable image of the scene in my mind.
I see.
I told the detective about what I saw then.
The detective?
Yes, Detective Goodman. He was in charge of the case.
Detective Bruce Goodman, the victim. So you spoke with Detective Goodman about this 2 years ago?
Yeah. That's what's so scary about this trial.
And you told Detective Goodman about what you saw.
Yes, but... at the time, the words just wouldn't come out. That's why I drew a picture.
A picture? Yes, I think she mentioned that before.
Well, Mr. Wright, have you heard enough?
This picture the witness drew. I believe it has a very important meaning.
But the list of evidence I was given 2 years ago didn't contain a picture.
Witness, would you mind if we added this statement to your testimony?
Yes, Your Honor.
You drew a picture of the scene you witnessed, right?
Yes, I wanted to do everything I could to help the investigation. I can still see it now, whenever I close my eyes.
That's strange. I took over the case after Prosecutor Marshall had died. Yet I never received any picture. Perhaps the witness is mistaken?
But I did draw it! I swear! I'm not just imagining it.
This picture that Emma drew, that reminds me. I guess I should check the evidence again.
Well, anyway, let's continue. This scene had imprinted an image in your mind.
Okay, is this...
Me.
Okay, yeah, I think... Okay, so there is one more. Sorry, I talked over you.
No, it's fine.
That must have been a real shock.
Even now, when I close my eyes, I can still see it, just as clearly.
Tell us, what were you doing at that moment? I believe you testified that Joe Dark was holding you hostage.
When lightning struck and the lights went out, Mr. Marshall jumped on Dark. I was thrown aside and the two began wrestling each other. I'm pretty sure I was watching them.
Emma doesn't have any reason to lie. But Lana sure does. I need to get Emma to tell me as much about this as she can. Okay. I drew a picture of that scene once, but it seems to have been lost. Floor plans. Can't seem to find anything that would suggest she drew it. Huh. It's an actual picture. I want to say it would be in the SL9 incident files, but... Man, I'm already stuck!
It begins early.
It begins early.
I did say it was a shorter trial, but apparently it's a hard one.
Aha!
Oh.
Ah! The picture is drawn on the back of the evidence list in magic marker. I've got a very bad feeling about this. I originally was gonna check the evidence list because I was gonna be like, wait, what if there's like it's listed on here, like we submitted this evidence to the court, but then it brought up the 3D thing and I was like, oh right, okay, well let's search it, and then I turned it and I was like, there it is. I'm gonna just be completely honest. I was super lucky about that. I should not have been given that. That was God going, listen, you're doubling the punishment. I'm going to give you one freebie. Everybody gets one. This is it. That's your one. Mr. Edgeworth. This little girl put all her heart into drawing that picture.
Do not make fun of me.
And yet, you would insist on denying its gold banana sticker deserving existence?
Huh? Hey, I'm not the bad guy. All I'm saying is that the prosecutor for that case, I wasn't handed such a picture. I am not the baddie.
That's because I put it on my fridge instantly. But that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Behold! Hey, Kale.
AKL's muted.
Oh no.
Oh my god, why do I keep double muting myself? What the heck happened? Okay, anyway.
This is the evidence list for the SL9 incident.
Please turn it over, Your Honor.
Turn it over. Turn it. Ah! What's this?
It's a Newgrounds flash from 2005.
I'm putting this on my fridge.
Okay, but what is it?
Hey, that's it! That's the picture I drew!
You're a Newgrounds artist?
Indeed, two men appear to be wrestling here.
No, that's when that one character from Chalk Zone was fighting the bad guy.
What is the meaning of that? What are you doing with that list?
Me?
Only the prosecutor in charge should have access to that list.
A list? Okay, Mr. Roswell.
List.
Only the prosecutor in charge should have access to that list.
No, the raid happened and I was like, oh, I can't see the words anymore.
You got it, Phoenix boy.
Phoenix boy. My Millennium Courtroom Hammer. Welcome, Chocolati Raiders. What are we doing? Playing music. Awesome. We're on the final... Go ahead, what were you going to say?
My Millennium Autopsy Report.
We are on the final case of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. We're at part 1 tonight. Our goal is to finish part 1 of 3, and because it's the final trial, we're on double punishment time. Anytime I get the wrong evidence and have to reload, it's 2 subs instead of 1.
Oh? These lists, they're different from each other.
What?
Oh yes, by the way, to anyone from the raid, no backseat gaming, no hints. If you reveal a hint or try to give guidance before I ask for it, you'll be timed out for 10 minutes. This is your one and only warning.
It would appear, Mr. Edgeworth, that the evidence list you were handed 2 years ago was incomplete. These 2 lists fit together to form one, like this.
Judge putting some real cognitive gears to work right now.
I'm so proud.
You can see the marks here where they were torn apart from each other.
Everyone in the courtroom was just like, yeah, you're doing it. Good. It's like a Truman Show event. This is actually how the judge passes like elementary school, but
I'm just like slowly like pulling them together, just like, look.
It's fitting.
So you see, Mr. Edgeworth, it's quite obvious what happened. 2 years ago, only half of the evidence in that case ever reached you.
What? What?
Order! Order! But Miss Sky, why did you draw your picture on the back of such an important list?
Because that's what Detective Goodman handed me in the questioning room, Your Honor.
Wait a minute. If this list was torn in half, then that means... Your Honor!
Are you all right, Mr. Wright? Your eyes are bulging from your head.
Now I can't unthink of that image of the kid in class with the vein on his forehead, but it's Phoenix Wright instead. When you're still trying to figure out the right evidence and it's been 5 minutes. If the evidence list was torn in half, then there might be more of the drawing on the back of Mr. Edgeworth's list.
Oh. Yes, that's quite conceivable, Mr. Edgeworth.
It's possible. Let's see. Microwave.
Is something wrong?
Do you even have to ask?
Sorry, Your Honor, just had a stroke. It's fine.
There is indeed something drawn on the back of my
What are you
list.
talking about? It's blank! You're holding it up!
It's that thing.
Oh!
Why?
Oh! No! Oh no! Oh no!
That's
The music!
That thing!
Oh no!
That's the thing that was dancing in the evidence.
Why is it playing the music?
Oh, clearly, this act of vandalism is the work of a certain chief of detectives.
I guess he was out of scrap paper. I I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this.
I love this. This is great. Everything's fine.
Why? I forgot about
Well,
this.
Witness, will you please testify about this picture that you drew 2 years ago?
Huh? Oh, yes, sir, Your Honor.
What's wrong with Emma? She seemed to be thinking about something when she was looking at the picture. Emma's picture.
This is the picture I drew 2 years ago. The flash of lightning was so bright all I could see were shadows. After that, I must have fainted. This picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant.
To think a flash of lightning could burn such an image into your mind.
Thanks to that, though, she was able to show us exactly what she saw.
Well, I don't see any contradictions here. This clearly shows Joe Dark about to murder prosecutor Neil Marshall. The defense may now begin its cross-examination.
Emma's picture. Did you draw this picture right after the incident?
I think I drew it 2 or 3 days later. At first, I was in such a state of shock that I couldn't do anything.
During that time, the investigation team was reorganized. Detective Goodman was placed in charge, under the direction of Damon Gant and Lana Skye.
2 or 3 days later. The memory should still have been fresh in her mind.
Excuse me, witness. But can you please tell us why this picture is painted all black?
So at the time, you didn't even know it was Mr. Marshall who had come to your rescue?
No, I couldn't see him clearly. The lightning was so bright, and I was knocked to the floor.
You were knocked to the floor?
Dark had a tight grip on me, but when Mr. Marshall jumped on him, I was knocked away. I turned around, and that's when the lightning flashed.
I'm just glad she wasn't hurt.
What happened after the lightning flashed?
You mean you didn't see the actual murder take place?
No, I'm sorry.
The flash of lightning only drove off the darkness for a split second. Not only that, but the trauma of the situation understandably caused the witness to faint. Do you really need to torture this poor girl any further?
What? Hey, I'm not the bad guy here!
Anyway, this picture shows exactly what I saw.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine.
Sorry for asking so many times, but are you sure you drew exactly what you saw?
Of course, this is the exact scene.
It wasn't influenced in any way from your talks with the detectives?
Are you insinuating we somehow manipulated her memory, Mr. Wright?
No, of course not. I better watch out, or he might find some way to cut my salary.
I drew this picture before I heard anything from the detectives. So, I don't think anyone's story would have influenced me.
Mr. Wright, is there something that's bothering you about this picture?
Huh? Oh, well, that's strange. She claims this is exactly the scene that was imprinted in her mind. And yet, there's clearly a contradiction here. What contradiction?
It's clearly there.
Clearly!
It's right there. It's right there in black and white.
Wait, I just got that joke.
It always makes me smile when I hear Beezy's laugh in the distance.
Right?
I love it. It's so funny.
It's like everyone's muted, but that's like the one thing that's like confirming it was funny.
If you pass the crab skeleton test.
Yeah.
Why is it there?
A clear handprint can be seen on the leather cloth. Print belongs to Emma. I think I'll keep this information to myself. The flash of lightning was so bright that it only showed shadows. Shut up! You guys are jerks!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do more, yeah.
Why are you saving? I thought you were confident.
Double the penalty, have the saves.
I gotta get the original photo again, or the scene that it shows. What could be missing from this photo? It looks like they're in the same poses. I don't know. My current thought process is because she's not showing the whole picture. And that's right before the stabbing, so wait. Did this happen directly before or after? Okay, so the best thing I can guess is either the picture isn't the same or the fact that she drew that's strange. She claims okay, it's the same thing. Alright, so there's that. I know it's there. It's there. It's there. I have no idea what to do. It's one of these two. It's either this piece on the right, because she didn't include the whole photo. Oh my god. This is so hard. Ooh, shows exactly what I saw in that instant. I'm sorry that I'm checking stuff so often. I'm gonna see if it's after this. Did you draw this picture right after the incident? I think I draw it 2 or 3 days later. Okay. So, I just want to know. I want to know when the moment is. If it was before the first stabbing or if it was after all the stabbings. So I looked away, turned around, and that's when the lightning flashed.
You didn't see the actual murder take place.
I'm gonna go with her words. I'm gonna go with her words. If it shows exactly what she saw in that instant, there's gotta be a reason why she drew it with a flat edge. But that's so basic. Piercing heart. Died from blood loss. Weapon found in the wound was missing tip. Single stab wound piercing heart and lung. I don't know. There's a rectangle and
You ready for 2 gift subs, partner?
yeah, I'm ready for it. Damn it. What? I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this picture the witness drew contains a blatant contradiction. What?
What? But I still remember it, just like it was yesterday.
Mr. Wright, perhaps it would be faster if you simply
No
pointed
way.
out this contradiction
No
for
way.
us.
No way.
What part
No
of this
way.
picture contradicts the
No
autopsy
way.
report?
No way. No way. The contradiction, of course, lies here. Take a look at the knife the man is holding. If you look closely, you can see its tip is broken!
You
fucking
my
God!
so basic. Hell yeah, let's go.
Oh my God! Holy crap!
Sean Gigantabrain Chiplock.
Holy Christ!
That's a chipped dagger there.
Sean Chip Dagger.
Even I don't have to look closely to see that, Mr. Wright.
Double punishment works!
But, Mr. Wright, look at the evidence. See the murder weapon? Its tip is broken too.
If I recall, the tip of the knife was found broken off in the victim's body.
It was the conclusive piece of evidence that proved Joe Dark was the murderer.
I'm afraid it's not so simple, Emma.
And where, pray tell, could you possibly see a problem?
I didn't. I randomly fucking guessed. But the victim suffered a single stab wound to the back? If the victim was only stabbed once, then the murder weapon should not yet be broken.
Rah! What a reach!
Perhaps the knife was broken beforehand.
Sorry, but I'm afraid that's not possible. The tip of the knife was found inside the victim's body. If it was broken beforehand, it couldn't possibly wind up there.
That's right, I knew that the whole time, but what does that mean?
The tip of the knife was undeniably discovered within the victim's body. The only possible explanation is the witness's memory is mistaken.
That's why I asked her so many times if she was sure she remembered correctly. I believe you were annoyed at the time, but she was sure she remembered correctly.
But there's no other way to explain this inconsistency.
Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. There is another explanation. Have you forgotten already? About a little something called falsified evidence?
Okay, listen here. How about you just shut up?
All I'm saying is that this broken knife tip might be the piece of evidence that was forged. You can't deny the possibility.
No.
Order! 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 Are you saying the investigation was really corrupted?
Your Honor, please allow me to once again go over the events that took place the day of the murder. The police department and the prosecutor's office were holding a ceremony that day. After receiving the King of Prosecutors Award at the ceremony, Neil Marshall questioned Joe Dark along with Damon Gant. During his questioning, Joe Dark fled the room. Prosecutor Marshall chased after him and was killed by Dark. It is my belief that somewhere in this story, there is a lie.
I'm not lying. The man really was holding up a broken knife.
If that's true, then there's no other way around it. This could not have been the actual murder weapon. There must have been another broken knife.
What are the chances of there being two broken knives?
Another broken knife besides Joe Dark's. Could there have been one? No, they used the same knife twice. Broken knives don't just grow on trees. There's no way there was another one.
Well, Mr. Wright?
Your Honor, I believe the witness must be mistaken.
I knew it. You really don't believe me.
That flash of lightning burned an unforgettable image in her mind. One that's been torturing her ever since. There's no way Emma could be mistaken. But I didn't get penalized, so I don't have to give any gift subs.
Such bullshit.
If the witness is this adamant about the accuracy of what she saw, it can't just be explained away by simple observational error.
Mr. Wright.
Way to get guilt-tripped.
In that instant, Emma really did see a broken knife.
I assume, then, that you have some information about this other broken knife? If so, please feel free to enlighten us.
The murder weapon was already broken prior to the murder. There's only one way. Take a look at this. Here's the real murder weapon.
Here we go.
Oh boy. Since there was another knife, it's either the vase or it's this. I'm going to assume it was using the trophy that he'd just been awarded. That's because there was also another knife then.
If anything's broken here, it's you.
Huh?
I'm sure this must all be very amusing to you, Mr. Wright. But you've run out of chances.
Damn it! Come on! That seems so obvious.
Those subs.
Well, the other bet was that it was the same knife that was used on Goodman 2 years ago. Sorry, Your Honor. Please give me another chance.
Do you think other chances just grow on second knife trees?
Wait, did he stab him with the head of the puppet? No way! No way! No! No!
He's freaking out.
Oh, it's me. Damn it! This game is throwing me for loops. Why would they put tape around there? Why would they put tape around his head?
Isn't he made of like cardboard or wood?
But why would he be taped back together? And his head was part of the image. Oh, it won't let me save. It won't let me save.
Oh no!
Emmy, not only that, the statue was made like 2 weeks before the murder.
Just time travel. It's fine.
Okay.
To be fair, how amazing would it have been if the blue badger legitimately took a life?
It's either the screwdriver or it's the vase. It's probably the fragment from the vase. Oh! Nope. Why?
It begins.
Am I about to game over? I felt I was so smart. I thought I was so smart.
You were so smart.
Oh, I can save now. We're not gonna game over. Oh my god.
Save if we game over.
Oh my god.
I'm so fucking beside myself.
I felt so smart.
Can you save after you present?
I already saved. I just saved.
Oh, okay.
Okay, good.
Is it the screwdriver?
Is it the screwdriver?
No!
Broken record, Mr.
No!
Wright.
Ace defective.
Oh, I am going to regret. Oh, this is bad. This is so bad.
Right?
Oh yeah, no.
Goodbye.
Hell yeah! All right. Cool.
So do I. So do I.
So
So much.
stupid.
It's beginning to look a
amazing.
lot like Submiss.
I mean, it is September.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Well, if it isn't any of those things, what could it possibly be, Mr. Wright?
I don't know. I thought it was a knife that was already broken.
Maybe it was my beard the whole time. Maybe it was your attorney's badge.
Ooh.
Could have been that
Maybe-
Winalt spray. It could have
Might
been,
as well just go through and try all the evidence.
the back end of that fingerprint.
You ever get a
handle
nasty
was
paper
pretty
cut?
sharp. Yeah.
Could it be the rubber glove?
Oh my god. Is it?
I'm thinking it's the ID card, man.
Oh, ooh, sharp.
I give up. No!
No. Okay.
Is that 5 or 6? Have I given out $50 or $60 in gift subs so far?
I think 60.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Would you like
This
to
is
know what it is?
wait.
We can't
no.
Yeah.
Do you,
Can't guess. He
do you-
doubled up his punishment.
do you
Just
mean?
let him live with it.
Do you mean how many times? Do you mean how many times I've given gift subs, or what the answer is?
The answer.
No, don't give me the answer. We have to
Alright.
commit to
Let
this.
him, he
Gifted
made his bed. Let him
6.
sleep in it.
Yeah, you've had 6 penalties so far. You're at 12. Look at how broken you are.
You're completely broken.
So ever broken.
Did you know that your
Absolutely
hair is
broken.
actually pretty sharp? Your hair could have been the murder weapon.
Oh, absolutely.
There's nothing
yeah.
else in here that's sharp.
I know what's not sharp. Your brain.
Edges.
I have to show them. I have to show them the real murder weapon.
Mm-hmm.
We've shown them everything that's sharp, and we know it's not this because we just said that's not the murder weapon.
But have you though?
Don't do that to
Really?
me. Don't do that to me.
Oh,
Glad
this
I
is-
got my knowledge. You're right.
There's no other weapons in
Have
this
you ever looked-
evidence.
Have you ever looked
Hold on,
inside a
just-
VHS
We'll
tape?
let him just do the thing. Sean, when you give up, I'll say a statement.
No,
Just
no,
one.
no,
It'll lead you to thinking.
no. I'm not. I don't want any clues.
For the sake of brevity, Sean Chiplock, you were spending
All right,
too
all
much
right,
time
all right,
overthinking.
all right, all right. Listen. My first guess was that it was this statue. So who fucking knows? Maybe it's just the wrong version of the statue. Maybe it was in this stupid thing.
Actually,
We did it!
he did it!
Are you fucking kidding me?
I can feel the despair.
I had the
here.
right I had the right answer, but the wrong appearance.
Yep.
Yes.
The statue didn't have the halberd on it.
Mm-hmm.
Have we mentioned Phoenix Wright logic yet?
I was right the very first
You were
time,
right the
but
very
because
first
I
time.
didn't pick the version of it that had the knife, I am so angry.
Yeah.
That's why we were like, hey, everyone else know what
Okay,
the answer is?
okay,
Cool.
chat. I will mark these gift subs as given, but can we agree that in terms of being right the first
Yes.
time regarding the evidence that I was
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
So if I manage to get all the others right, it's still a no wrong evidence run.
Sure.
That was
We'll do
horseshit.
that.
That was
Yeah, we'll do
bullshit.
that.
Have you, hold on. Sean? Have you seen? This is basically Phoenix Wright. Remind me to link it to you after stream.
Galapagos.
No, oh my
You
god.
can't present the banana.
You have to
It
present
wasn't.
the photo
It
of
wasn't.
the banana.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I had it 100% correct. I said it was the knife that was attached to the trophy. And even that trophy info says 2 years ago. And I thought, oh, I can present it because the halberd was removed. And I can say, why was it removed? It was the murder weapon. Chat's
But it
going,
doesn't say it wasn't sharp.
chat's going, Sean, we know, we agree with you. You don't need to prove yourself. We all agree with you.
Everything will be okay.
The only thing that died here today in this case was your pride, Mr. Wright. It's okay.
I am so upset. The answer,
We knew you would be.
the answer lies in the past, which is where I'm going to end up after how much I drink tonight after this stream. Right here inside this flippin' picture.
Nice.
Hey, Edgeworth, can you do an impression of me after I pick the right evidence?
No.
He said no.
It's your line.
This is the award ceremony of the picture. What? What? This is a picture of the awards ceremony.
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
It's the broken murder weapon.
Notice the award Prosecutor Marshall is holding.
That's a broken knife.
It sure fucking is, Emma.
Just imagine Phoenix just running up to the witness stand. It sure fucking
I
is.
feel like I just bought in-game microtransactions to get an automatic solution to a case. Like you can play the game normally, or you can spend $60 to get the answer. As we earlier concluded, the knife in the drawing was not Joe Dark's knife. That being the case, the knife the witness saw was in all likelihood from this award.
Oh boy, did you come up with that on your first try? I mean, order.
Neil Marshall was awarded King of...
You okay?
Narrating this entire thing is pissing me off royally.
Are you okay?
Rubbing it in.
Oh, by the way, this is completely unrelated, but I'm gonna say this just to lighten my mood a little bit. I forgot about this last night, but last night, chat, we had a Gala remix in Dragalia Lost that had a new unit and a new dragon, and I got both of them in about 100 pulls. So I didn't have to spend any money on Diamantium to pull extra before I got them.
So did you give your wife another $500?
No.
No.
No! As an award, he was given this broken shield and knife. When he chased after Joe Dark, he pulled out this knife. Being a prosecutor, he did not carry a pistol. What does this have to do with anything? This broken knife was the only weapon he had in this dangerous situation.
But that can't be.
Oh? And why not, Mr. Edgeworth?
Because if the King of Prosecutors' award knife was the murder weapon, then the murderer and the victim would be reversed.
What do you mean?
I mean, this man raising a knife would have to be Prosecutor Marshall.
Oh. Oh! My bar goes down. I'm still wrong. I'm just
All
wrong
of
in
that.
detail. Oh my god!
Oh my
Oh
god!
my god!
Yes. Oh,
Holy
they
heck.
came-
Yeah, slow mode.
What else? What up? Hello, everybody. Welcome to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Live Dub Playthrough Final Trial Part 1. You have missed me losing $60. You missed me losing $60 to presenting the wrong evidence because I didn't present the photo of the correct evidence. We have proof that I correctly identified what the murder weapon was on the first try, but because I presented the item that the murder weapon came from and not the photo of the murder weapon, it didn't count. And because I didn't know why I was wrong, I picked 5 other pieces of evidence that were all wrong, and I'm on double punishment. Every time I present the wrong evidence, I have to gift 2 subs. I burned $60 on a technicality.
But it was the prosecutor was the one who actually died.
I perfectly got 2 pieces of evidence at the start of this case that were very nuanced, and I got them on the first try, and now I lost $60 to a stupid photograph. Never has the phrase, "Look at this photograph," been more applicable than it was right now.
Every time I do, it makes me mad.
That's true. What's going on here?
I can't read, there's too many emojis. It seems Mr. Wright has been a bit too eager to jump to conclusions.
Wait! I remember now. I remember everything.
Oh yeah, note to everyone who came in from the raid. I am doing this blind. I am not using a guide, no matter how many times I get it wrong. If you give me a hint or type something that could lead me to the answer, the mods have the right to time you out for 10 minutes. We are all experiencing this together. I have the finances to afford this. Don't worry. Please don't ruin the experience. Because not spoiling it leads to good stuff like this.
Witness.
Mr. Edgeworth,
What is it?
could you show me your evidence list again, please?
This is this. The one with that picture scribbled on the back.
Don't play it. Don't play it.
Play it.
I knew it. This picture. I'm the one who drew it.
What?
You drew that?
That's right. The list wasn't torn in half at the time I drew this picture.
No! I'm sorry, I
She
talked
came
over
up
you.
No, it's fine. The list wasn't torn in half the time I drew this picture.
Hi, everyone! I can influence things from beyond the realm, like making the streamer lose $20 because a piece of my fucking head was taped back together. Do you know how to say the word red herring? Give me your money, all of it. My life is
Can we ban Sean from those?
Is that what we can do?
I'm clicking ban Sonic Mega. It's not working.
I oversee all murders. They must go exactly as planned.
All this time I've been trying so hard to forget. I must have locked this part away deep inside of me.
The blood badger lives inside Emma. She's possessed.
Perhaps it would be best if we added this to the witness's testimony. Would you please tell us what you recalled, Miss Sky?
Yes, Your Honor.
First the knife mix-up. That's what I would call it. And now, the blood badger. This should be interesting. Get ready to lose another $60.
When I saw that man raise his knife, I panicked and rushed towards both of them. I think I knocked away the man with the knife. Just then there was another flash of lightning, and that's when I saw the blue badger. He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw his shadow.
This is a certainly most unusual... Objection.
Try impossible. The chief of detectives hadn't even designed him until this year.
That would mean it didn't even exist 2 years ago.
Well, the defense may now begin its cross-examination.
Lana?
Stop! Please don't pursue this any further.
I just like the idea that she just ran up and, like, shoved Emma out of... Like, move, bitch! Get out the way! Lana!
What is the meaning of this? Please remain seated in the defendant's chair. You're not allowed to just shove your sister out of the
But
way.
you can't do this! I've already confessed to the crime.
Yeah, but
Why
this
can't
is
you
more
just leave it
entertaining.
at that?
Oh my god, this is like realistic. Everyone's shouting over each other in the courtroom. This is fucking epic.
Chief Prosecutor Sky, we've already come this far. It's too late to turn back.
Yes, we've probably gone too far, but silence! The defendant will now begin its cross-examination. Bailiff, please detain the defendant, and get me some popcorn. This is going to be very entertaining.
It seems we're finally getting to the core of the matter. Okay, now you can lose $60. When you say that man, I assume you refer to Joe Dark?
Yes, at least I think it was him.
You think?
All I could really see were shadows.
The power outage that immediately preceded the incident is also documented in the prosecutor's office reports.
So then you...
Why would you do something so dangerous?
What else could I have done? He was about to stab Mr. Marshall.
She seems convinced that Dark was the one holding the knife.
But just as we've theorized, Mr. Marshall was the one holding the knife.
Oh, I didn't know that at the time. When that dark guy knocked me down, all I could think was, I've got to help that other person.
What do you mean, you think?
It all happened so fast, and I was in shock. I don't remember everything clearly. What I did, it's all kind of a blur.
Miss Sky was almost killed before she was to witness a murder about to take place. With so much happening in a matter of seconds, a little disorientation is only natural.
I saw the man about to stab the other person, who I thought was Mr. Marshall. I knew I had to stop the man with the knife.
What you did was very brave, young girl. So then, what happened next?
Are you sure about this?
Of course. See? I even drew a picture of him here.
But it was the chief of detectives who thought up this hideous beast.
That's not... It's not... I think it's this. I think it's this. Notice the handles.
Are you saying the spirit of the blue badger was
Hold
contained
on, hold on, hold on. Hold on. I gotta figure out...
Sealed evil in a vase.
Ta-da! Ta-da!
Sealed evil in a vase?
Where's the top one?
Yeah.
Where's the tape?
Yeah.
And that was just this year. The Blue Badger didn't exist 2 years ago. This is all quite verifiable.
I know it sounds strange. I was surprised too when I saw him at the police department. I had this nagging feeling that I'd seen him before somewhere. Now, I finally remember.
Oh, brother. Just when you thought that thing had caused enough commotion.
Tell us, where in the room did you see him dancing?
His shadow? So you mean you didn't actually see his face, with its winning smile and all?
That's right, but I still remember it. He had 3 creepy horns.
This is pointless. That thing couldn't have possibly existed 2 years ago. The witness must be mistaken.
That may well be. But what's important is what caused her to think she saw what she did.
Oh, and I suppose you have an explanation. If so, then by all means, please tell us what this shadow really was.
What was it Emma saw when that lightning flashed? Who is this blue badger really? The blue badger hadn't even been dreamt up when Emma drew this picture. Yet she's certain she saw its shadow. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the defense's belief that on that fateful day 2 years ago, there indeed was something that looked similar to the blue badger. Something that is now sitting in this very room.
Mr. Wright!
In this room? Very well, Mr. Wright. Save your game first and get out your wallet.
I am so certain about this.
Remember, is it the photo, though? What is it that the witness saw? Please show us this mysterious blue badger lookalike.
I'm gonna check that photo first. If it makes me do the photo twice, I swear to Christ.
Maybe it was
I swear to God! I swear to God!
Doubt has been cast upon him.
Wait. I gotta figure out.
He's thinking. He's trying.
I'm just trying to get this thing rotated the way I want it to.
Ooh, oh God, oh. If anyone in this chat is motion
I
sick,
see what
please,
you're doing.
Yeah, I
please,
see what-
Yeah. I can tell what he's trying to do.
Oh, yeah, because that third handle thing.
Would it be easier if you went back out and then back in?
I think. Okay.
You got your wallet ready?
I'm going for it. I'm going for it. The mysterious blue badger was in fact this.
But that's... What exactly is that?
I believe it's some sort of jar.
But Mr. Wright, that doesn't look anything like the blue badger.
Turn it. Indeed, it doesn't. As it stands now, it's just a plain jar. However, what if we were to change our viewpoint?
Our viewpoint?
Oh, I have to pick the right angle. Oh, God.
Welcome to why I hate this part of the case.
Yep.
Oh, because I have to, have it directly aligned?
It is so specific.
It's very
at least
specific.
when I played the DS version of this, I remember sitting at a bus stop and just getting so frustrated.
Yeah.
This music the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, Akel. It's still pretty specific in the Switch remake too.
Oh, is it? Oh, great! I love it.
Yep.
It's so good.
Also, Science played the Switch version.
Okay. Come on, baby. Come on. Oh, do I get punished?
Allow me to remind. Oh,
sorry. Yeah.
If Mr. Wright can't match the shape the witness drew, we cannot accept his claim.
Got to find just the right angle. Okay, so there's no punishment. But at this point, it's safe to say that I'm right. I'm correct, right?
Yeah. But it's very specific.
I don't know.
I gotta love puzzle games.
Does the guide show where to get it from? It does. Yep, that's why. Yep.
gotta have it pointing up somehow.
This is so... Let me grab...
Maybe I have to do it the other way.
I'm going to grab this photo just in case.
I hate the organization of this.
Where are you at, Sean? There you
There
are.
are
I do have it ready to send if you need
okay.
the angle answer.
I'm honestly not frustrated by trying to figure out the angle. I'm frustrated by trying to figure out the angle and then put it in the precise position. Like this is really annoying.
Well, because you have to do it with you're on the
Yes.
Switch, but you have to use
Yeah.
your controller.
Yeah.
Yeah, touch. Yeah, the DS touchscreen would make it a little bit easier.
Yeah, especially considering it's only one joystick. Like you don't have a joystick per axis.
Oh, you don't?
Yeah,
No.
it's the same axis on the same
Oh,
joystick.
you have to use the. Oh, you
It's
have to
one.
use the.
It's
the-
one.
The bumpers. Ooh. Oh my
Idiot.
god.
A pain.
Imagine if it was tilt controlled. By the way, says Maya to me.
That would almost be worse.
I would cry. No.
Cry it, tilt.
Right. It's like the motion puzzles in Breath of the Wild. Like, I don't know about y'all, but like those motion puzzles, like
Exactly
your
what I was thinking.
your Joy-Con would get like misaligned if you went
Yeah.
too far.
I always just shortcutted them hard.
That one maze one.
Dude, okay, I am full tilt. I just flipped the maze over and just flipped
Yes.
it.
You mean full tilt controls?
I mean, yeah, full tilt controls. Yeah.
I will say Sean's figuring it out, so if he needs
Oh, yeah,
the
he-
exact orientation, he probably made it
Yeah.
after a few more attempts.
It's slowly coming together.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
It's
Just
like
get-
watching a
just-
child do arts
Just
and
get in there.
crafts.
Just get in the right angle.
Okay, so it's probably in a specific angle where the blood stain. Oh my god.
I'm just imagining like the actual courtroom scene where he's just like holding it up.
Yeah.
Just give me a minute. Stupid tilt controls.
He accidentally like drops it and smashes it on the ground.
Oh, there we go. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. This is it. This is the one. This is the one. What?
What? Okay.
Yeah, give him the exact orientation. 'cause
Yeah,
that was pretty much
okay.
it.
Yeah, that was it.
Exactly.
Sean, I'm just gonna tell you that was it. I'm just gonna give you the photo.
Okay.
Yeah,
this
it's
point.
super specific.
If it's that,
That
finicky,
was
then
right.
it needs. Yeah, if it's
I'm
that
actually
finicky, just give it to
surprised
him.
that wasn't it.
Oh, like applicable? Was it accepted?
What the? What the?
Sounds like it needs to be almost frame perfect, which is
God,
bullshit.
tilt
Pretty much.
controls are so fucking good.
Couldn't they at least like put the blue badger underneath, like layered it so that you could actually like silhouette?
I know, this is so
Yeah.
like oddly exact.
You know what? You know what I would have liked is if, like, when you got it into the position, it just kind of like snapped in.
Yes.
Yes.
That'd be even better, like Tangram games.
Yeah, it's like.
Wait, what? How is that not it?
How is that? What the?
Well,
okay.
well, let's see how bullshit this game is. We know.
That was on the mark perfect. Like I'm looking at the strategy guide and they have a picture for it. That was perfect.
You saw the picture that I
This
sent,
is
right?
this is like creating a chow. We have to be perfect.
Oh.
All right. Let's give him an even taller head. Oh my god. Shorter one?
I don't
This
know.
music is taunting. This music is taunting me.
I'm just glad they're not penalizing you.
Oh, can you imagine?
my
Oh,
God.
Chat would not have counted this against me if they had been doing that, would you?
No.
No, but the game would have, and you would have had to restart this segment and listen to all the dialogue again.
Honestly, I would have said if it gave you a penalty and you were close, I would have just told you no. Do not.
Exactly. Or at least for this entire segment,
Yeah,
like until
I think you have to give him a
somewhat
shorter head.
I'll try it.
Let me look at the picture again.
Eclipse or
It's
oblong.
okay. So do it so that the top of that head is just slightly above the two side ones.
Okay.
Like just slightly. So that
It also looks like the bottom should be like
Literally like this.
Yeah.
I hate these controls so much right now. I need you guys to understand.
Oh yeah. It looks like the open part is like just above like the natural curve of like the top of the base.
Oh my god.
Can you imagine it?
I would just pull up the image and reference it, Sean.
I don't
see if you can't get it frame
I don't
perfect.
care about this anymore.
And welcome to why I hate Case 5. This is like game 1-5 this is my least favorite case in the entire game.
Oh, in the whole game, yeah. This is
I mean, sorry, in the entire series.
Oh wow.
This particular piece got me so mad, as well as previous
so
stuff we talked
gimmicky.
about.
For me, it was the video footage.
Yeah, that and the video footage was pretty interesting, but yeah, thankfully, I think this is the only time stuff like this ever comes up, like at least this specific.
All right, I'm gonna give this one more try, and then I'm gonna look at the image.
Okay.
The video footage for me was I got like the glove falling out, but it was the like the little handkerchief sticking out. I was spending so much time looking at the right, and I just kind of zoned out when it panned to the left that I didn't catch it.
On the left the last time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It keeps ending up being tilted to like this weird angle.
It's like rotated to the left or the right.
I hate this. This is really frustrating. It's not even not getting the angle right. It's this stupid.
Yeah, like, again, do not let this sour your entire experience of the game. Thankfully, this is the one time in, like, the series that it needs to be this fucking exact.
KK, yeah, you can use the buttons, but because you have to tilt it vertically, it can accidentally go to the side and mess everything up.
Yeah. And, oh my god, not even... You're playing with a Pro Controller, right?
Yes. Hold on.
Could you imagine...
The LR buttons are doing that, but I can't figure out how to move it left or right, because both of the LR buttons do the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Like, could you imagine if you were trying to do this with Joy-Con drift?
Oh, don't even get me started.
Mm-hmm.
Please tell me that's it.
That has to be.
I feel like the head's still too round, but I don't even know.
Up a little. Move the top up just a little bit more. Right there.
Please.
Iniari.
Time to pull up that image and just side by side pixel perfect.
Oh my god.
And thus the stream just grinds to a halt because of this goddamn badger.
Could you imagine if you got soft locked?
No! Yeah! Yeah!
Finally.
No image needed! No image needed! Oh my god!
Hell yeah.
Adding an extra...
First try,
First try, chat! First try evidence!
Woo!
Well, is this a miracle or what?
You're damn straight it is. Oh, look at that.
No one can possibly deny this jar's resemblance to the blue badger.
Why'd you have to show it?
Please stop showing it to me.
No. It can't be.
Oh my fucking god.
Order. The defense has proven its claim. Only took them 30 minutes, but the mysterious blue badger witnessed on the day
his
of the
name is
crime.
Blue Bastard now. Nuclear is
No,
correct. It's Blue
The
Bastard.
mysterious blue bastard witnessed on the day of the crime was actually this.
Although we all enjoyed Mr. Wright's dramatic performance, one question remains. What's your point?
That's so
Fucking
true.
why?
Also, I'm gonna celebrate by changing the artwork real quick, cause holy shit.
The blood bastard.
This, oh my god, I can't believe this wasn't commissioned.
Yeah. Fucking color.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Color,
Yeah.
what did you do?
Queen, a goddess.
First of
Bruce,
all,
what did you do?
can you explain what this is? Currently bothered, currently bothered. If you're in chat, can you explain what you drew? I'm trying to make sure I get it right. Oh, it's Phoenix Wright with the bulging vein on his forehead.
Oh, okay.
And Color Bruise. Holy shit.
It's your final boss.
Steel's gonna want a copy of this. Like, you guys are not ready for this. This is... My stream doesn't deserve this. This is from Color Bruise.
Holy frick!
God damn, so good.
What the frick?
No, this
Hell
deserves to
Look
be
at
up here for the moment.
Beautiful.
I agree.
What the?
Color, when the fuck?
Absolutely.
How long the fuck?
I was about to
An hour and a half?
Yeah.
Nice.
There's
Oh,
Color
yeah.
there's
Shit.
Color Bruise's channel if you guys want to commission her. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Give color all of your money.
Do we have a shout out command here?
I just gave it.
Yeah, it's,
Okay.
yeah.
Well,
It's
too bad,
already
I'm
been
giving you another
flooded
one.
upward.
Holy
God, thank you.
shit. Holy shit. Color. That's so
How
good.
long did that take you?
Like an hour and a half. Yeah, something like that.
Oh my god. That
Oh
explains
my
why you
god.
did it so long.
Yeah.
Alright. Enjoy!
Jesus.
I'm gonna fucking
Color.
I'm gonna fucking cry. Like, Color, you are a blessing to this stream and to the artist community.
I agree.
I want you to think back for a moment to whoever the dumbass was that told you that you couldn't do this, and I want you to remember this moment, and anytime you think of that old person's comment, I want you to tell them fuck you.
Yeah.
Wait, who disparaged color? Who?
I'm not gonna...
Not for public discussion.
Yeah,
Not for public discussion. We'll discuss later.
Okay.
We'll
Right.
discuss later.
Whatever it is,
Fair
yeah. Frick them.
You
Yeah.
you
You're
are worth
amazing.
it.
Fricked.
You are worth it. Don't ever convince yourself otherwise.
Yay.
Color.
What do you mean?
I want a print of this.
So that badger thing was actually just a jar. That doesn't change anything.
I'm afraid that's where you're wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. You see, this changes everything.
Indeed. Very well then, please tell us... What's different now that we know the witness saw this jar?
Allow me to take these in turn. At the moment of the murder, the witness saw this jar.
At a very specific angle, I might add, Mr. Wright.
Yes, well, knowing this, where could she have seen this jar?
Where?
The location of the jar is shown in a picture taken on the day of the crime. It's on a shelf in the office of Damon Gant.
But the body was found laying near Miss Lana Sky's desk. The witness testified so herself.
Yes, and it is these two facts that reveal what actually transpired. You see, the struggle between dark and light, Marshall, did not take place in Lana Sky's office. It happened on the other side of the room, in Chief Gant's office.
Are you implying the murderer moved the victim's body? From Damon Gant's office to Lana Sky's office?
Yes.
Why would he do that? There's no reason.
Exactly.
What?
If there wasn't a reason, he wouldn't have gone through the trouble. The only logical conclusion is that there was a reason.
Do you know what that reason was, Mr. Wright?
I finally figured it out. No, I haven't. So this is why
Phoenix,
Lana
smarter
tried to
than
stop
Phoenix.
the trial. It's too late to quit now, though. Please recall the witness's testimony. She said she knocked away the man who was holding up the knife. In the next instant, the jar was hit and flew through the air. Now tell me, what could have sent the jar flying?
That would have had to have been the impact the man made when he was knocked into the wall.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I may draw your attention to this picture once more. If the man was knocked in the direction of the shelf the jar was sitting on, what would he have hit?
The suit of armor, holding a very sharp and dangerous-looking sword.
It's the iron gate from that other case all over again. He wasn't stabbed, Your Honor. He fell onto it. Yes. And since the man who was knocked into the armor was carrying a broken knife, he would have had to have been Neil Marshall, wielding the King of Prosecutors trophy.
No, Mr. Wright, you can't be thinking.
Yes. There is another possibility of what actually transpired in the room. Emma killed him.
Another possibility.
Of course, the perpetrator would have had no idea, but nevertheless, I don't know if I can go through with this.
Mr. Wright? What's the matter?
If events took place as the defense theorizes, then the outcome is obvious.
This will seem completely unbelievable, but Emma Skye committed a crime.
In that moment, assuming the man Emma Skye knocked away was actually Prosecutor Neil Marshall.
Oh, fuck. They just showed a dead. TOS! 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 He was hanging up a coat that it was attached to a mannequin that looked suspiciously like him.
You mean Mr. Marshall died because of me? No!
Oh, fuck. That was great.
I never imagined her testimony would lead to this.
So it was the witness who took the victim's life, and then proved so with her own testimony. This is unprecedented.
What do you mean? It's happened like 4 times now.
What? What are you saying?
I'm sorry, Miss Skye, but given the circumstances...
Joe Dark murdered Prosecutor Marshall. How can you think it was Emma? How dare you try to pin the crime on her?
Imagine that coming from you. If you recall, it was you who admitted to forging evidence 2 years ago. The reason you moved Prosecutor Marshall's body was to keep anyone else from finding out about what Emma did, wasn't it?
I assure you, Mr. Edgeworth, I have no idea what you're talking about. If you hope to have anyone believe your insane allegations, I'm afraid you're going to have proof. Tell me, do you have any conclusive evidence that proves my sister killed Neil Marshall?
Evidence?
I'm willing to bet you don't.
Yes, it certainly would be difficult to prove this with evidence.
If we don't have evidence, then we'll have to rely on testimony.
Damn, she really is giving me the silent treatment. Sorry, I talked over you. Go ahead.
Sorry, I had to let my dog back out of my room. I'm afraid that won't work in this case. Both parties involved in the incident are dead.
We certainly can't get dead people to testify.
Maya!
This has all been a wild goose chase from the beginning.
Touché, Miss Skye. Of course, that only leaves us with one possibility.
You mean there's still another possibility?
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
I mean the possibility that the victim has left us a message. For better or for worse, Mr. Marshall did not die instantly. He may have left behind the name of the person who took his life, in one manner or another.
That's impossible.
Well, Mr. Wright, this is the only possibility left to you. A message from the deceased. Does such a message exist?
I've got to think back to the court record. The real murderer's name that the victim may have left behind.
Safe?
I'm gonna try something. No. There's no way a dead person could tell the murderer's name.
Well, looks like this is as far as we can go with this.
Mr. Wright, you disappoint me. I never thought you the type to let your feelings cloud your judgment.
My feelings?
If we overlook the victim's message, one he would have written with his literal last breath, then everything will be lost in darkness.
Perhaps that thing really is the clue I'm looking for. I just wanted additional dialogue. This is it. I can't afford any more mistakes. I can now afford several more mistakes.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
This message from the deceased is already in our possession.
Mr. Wright! Will you stop at nothing to prove my sister is a murderer?
Do not be mistaken, Miss Skye. Our purpose is not to accuse Emma of any crime. There is only one thing we seek: the truth. No matter how painful it may be.
Now, Mr. Wright, please show us the piece of evidence that conveys a message from the deceased. It's your attorney's badge.
A message from the deceased. Oh man. There's something that tells me it's that, and I'm not sure. Wait. All right. If I get this right, dark red stains must be blood traces from the incident 2 years ago. Only the fragment found in Chief Gant's office still has lines remaining on it. So back when I played, this is the most roundabout thing, but you guys are not going to believe this. The one thing I remember about Danganronpa and my role as Kiyotaka is in the case, and I'm sorry for spoilers, part of the case was that right as they were dying, the victim had taken their own blood and scribbled something on the mirror. And it didn't mean anything when looked at right side up, but it was reversed. And when you reversed, it spelled the name of the murderer. Because of that, I am going to bet that the blood traces on the weapon that killed him are the same thing. That is my logic. It might be something else, but I am just going off of this Japanese trope of in their dying breath, they use their own blood to write a message. Because I played Kiyotaka Ishimaru. So if this works, I have my own industry to thank for this. This is the message left by the deceased.
This is that blood bastard from before, right?
Oh, is he just going to speak the killer's name?
If that thing could, I'm sure it would.
Looks like everyone's forgotten this is just a jar. A message was left here, on the surface of this jar.
What do you mean?
If you look closely, you can see a faint trail of blood on this jar. You can hear my smile growing.
It looks like someone wiped the blood away.
Yes, but notice, for some reason, the blood on some of the fragments was not wiped away. Yes, there is a line here, drawn in blood.
So what you're saying is these dots were once lines.
Prosecutor Marshall did not die instantly. He used the few precious moments left to him to leave behind a message.
One that someone apparently wiped away.
Now, here's the part that doesn't make sense to me. How would he have been holding the vase? Because he was the one struck by it, right? And he was knocked back by it. So...
But blood must have seeped into the jar where the lines changed directions.
Oh, he was knocked back onto the armor and it cracked the vase. Okay. Precisely so. All we need to do is connect these points, and the victim's message will become apparent.
No.
Mr. Wright, what kind of message did the victim leave for us?
Your Honor, I believe these bloodstains will reveal to us the answer. I've got to connect these dots to make letters. There's only one thing the victim would have written, given the circumstances. His murderer's name. Okay, so my guess is the first thing that I saw here is I'm pretty sure this is an A.
Could you draw those lines?
Okay, I'm pretty sure this is it.
I love finger painting.
Can you imagine? I just imagine like Phoenix like cutting his finger and using his own blood to like.
Yes, it's all coming together.
I even drew a little pentagram over here.
It says, I am.
It's a defense attorney's duty to prove their client's innocence. That's why all I've been thinking about is saving Lana. After all my efforts, I never thought it would turn out like this.
Emu.
Ain.
Wow, fuck you.
So this is the final message Prosecutor Marshall left behind.
Of all people. She may not have meant it, but in the end, the one who took the victim's life
Was Emma Sky. I can't believe I got it right. Thank you, Danganronpa.
Good job, Spike Chunsoft.
See, Worthy. Can't say I didn't warn you.
Chief Gant.
Do you understand the implications of what you've done?
What? What are you talking about?
2 years ago, Joe Dark was sentenced to death. He was convicted because of his final murder. I believe you were the prosecutor in that case, were you not? Yes, Worthy. Because of you, an innocent man was sentenced to death. Not only that, but you used forged evidence to ensure his conviction.
But Joe Dark really was a serial murderer. That's undeniable.
I'm afraid that's not important. Didn't you know? We aren't defenders of justice.
What?
We're merely keepers of the law. Sentencing a man to death is no light matter. Even if there wasn't any cover-up or evidence forgery, ultimately the responsibility falls on the prosecutor in charge. Despite what anyone may say, this fact cannot be denied.
General crowd noises. All of you. I have to pee!
That's so cute. Order! Order! Order!
The gavel's pounding fell on deaf ears. Unable to settle the crowd, the judge declared a recess.
That's it, I'm out of here.
Where this trial is headed, no one knows.
I don't deserve
Yo! Okay, I have been waiting to say this since it happened. Holy fucking shit, Emmy, Asbel, everyone involved in that scene. Like, oh my god!
Oh boy, that was hard.
Good scene.
Asbel, you got so into it, and those deliveries were so good, and Emmy was up for it, and Edgeworth was picking on that. I had to like steel myself, no pun intended, because in that moment, during that scene, it honestly felt like I was playing through a published game with voiceover.
Like we love to have,
And I'm
we
sure,
love to have fun,
I'm
but
sure
when
the
it gets
chat
serious-
would agree. Like I was getting flashbacks to like Apollo Justice and oh my god, that was like it's 10 p.m. We did end up going to 10 p.m., but it didn't feel like it, did it?
I'm so
Nah.
awake.
It
Oh
feels
my
like maybe
God.
around. It feels like maybe around 10 p.m. for me.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
so good. I'm in awe. I'm in awe. And I hope that everyone who's here right now, which by the way is 125 people, thank you so much. I hope.
Actually, Sean,
What?
because chat mentioned it. Do you think we could highlight that entire scene later on?
If I can find it specifically, I'd have to go through and remember where it happens, but I will go through before I make the entire video a highlight. I will go through and find that specific section, and I will save it as its own highlight, and post it in the Discord. So if you guys want to see it for yourselves or be able to share it to people, join the Discord. But no matter where you came from, if you're a longtime person, if you came from Faye's raid, if you came from anyone else's raid, I hope this serves as evidence that we are very serious about this, because next Saturday is the final episode. It's parts 2 and 3 of the court case, and when we're done with it, we are done with this game. So I hope you will join us for that, because I will be giving, as is now the trend, whenever I finish the game, I will be giving away a copy of this game on the platform of your choice. And if I'll put it this way, the second part will be on Discord. If my stream summary email that I get sent about 10 minutes after I close the stream, if the stream summary email says that I averaged over 100 viewers across the entire stream, I'll give out a second copy via Discord.
Ooh.
So it's a little different. It's not if we end the stream at over 100. It's if my stream average says you were over 100. I will give out a second copy of the game at the end of the stream.
That means y'all should show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're getting pretty close to partner.
I'll be completely honest. I am deathly afraid about that Crystal Chronicles week falling off the 30-day rollover.
Don't freak out, man. You got all the time in the world.
Right now, I looked at it. Right now, when I check my channel analytics, it says I'm at 66.8 average out of 75. So we are that close to it.
Just keep at it, man.
But that is tonight's episode. I'm gonna go through this cast list, and I want you all to give the loudest text-based applause that you can, because oh my god. That was one of the best sets of performances I have seen since we started this dub over 2 years ago. 2 months ago.
Oh, feels like it.
So, as always, myself, Sonic Mega as Phoenix Wright. We had Emmy Ain as Emma Sky. We had Asbel as Lana Sky. Asbel, if you want to give, are you comfortable giving your real name? Because that was a professional level performance.
Oh, my real name is Gloria Smith.
So,
which is nowhere near Matsumi or Asbel.
You deserve to take. I mean, anyone whose name I read, you can decide to jump in if you want to give your real name, because this was professional shit, like for real. So Gloria Smith as Lana Sky. We had Boomsday as our volunteer for Dick Gumshoe, and then later on filled in by Steelhelm. I don't know if you want to do that. Who also doubled. Steelhelm also doubled as Damon Gant, which means there was a point where he was playing as both characters talking to each other, and it sounded different. They did not sound the same. It was so good.
He did fucking fantastic.
For those of you who don't know, during the scene when we're in Gant's office and he pops in and then tells Gumshoe to leave his ID behind because he's fired, they were both played by the same person. I am 100% serious.
I've tried that before. It's hard.
Mm-hmm. He's amazing.
It was freaking amazing. My boyfriend and I over here were like, oh, Frank.
We had Bone Zone 66 playing as Jake Marshall. We had Cyan playing as Miles Edgeworth since the very beginning, totally embodying the character. We had Susan the Vulpix filling in as the police chief. We had Extra Crispy we had Crispy as the police chief. We had Susan the Vulpix filling in as police and patrolman. And Color Brews was your Angel Star. I know chat was saying, oh my god, Angel Star is killing it. That was Color Brews.
Yay! Color. It's me.
Who is also the artist of this. I grabbed the wrong thing. Who is also the artist of this. The amazing voice of Angel Star also drew this.
Multi-talented.
Your angel or your devil.
We have so many incredible people on this cast, and I am not ready for this game to end. But it must, and I hope to see you guys next Saturday for the final episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney live dub playthrough. But with that said, it is time for us to raid. So, who do we raid?
That is a good question.
That is a very good question.
I don't have anyone.
Let me see who's online. Are my buds online?
I'm just so hyped. I don't want to end the stream, but it's like this is the perfect time to end it too.
Like, let's just keep going.
No.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's just finish it. No.
Please, no.
I can't judge anymore
He
today.
was mad enough to do it.
Yeah, it's 1 a.m.
Chris
1
who?
a.m. here.
Chris who? Oh,
I'm
Chris
very
Waycamp?
awake,
Yes. It'll be half shameless plug and half enjoying him as Edgeworth. It's just Chris Waycamp, or is it real Chris Waycamp?
I think it's the real Chris.
I think it's Riz. I think it's real, yeah.
Real Chris Waycamp?
I believe so.
There we go.
All right. So I got to think of the raid phrase.
Oh, this is hard.
No, that's
Very hard.
not right. God damn it.
Do not snot Riz.
That was 12.
I was about to share my own food story, and then that happened, and
I like
it.
that. I like that. Okay, so I'm not gonna do it to advertise. It's up to you guys. If you are willing to say he's doing the finale next week, please consider checking out. That is on you. I'm not gonna force you to do it, but oh wait, the voice okay, I'll extend it a bit. A voice actor from Phoenix Wright? We're not worthy. There you go. There's your raid phrase. All right. Tomorrow, Spiritfarer is our final filler game. Monday, Smash Brothers. Tuesday and Wednesday, I'm off. Thursday, we start Trails of Cold Steel 1 through 3. Friday, we begin Super Mario 3D All-Stars. Saturday, the final episode. I hope to see you there. I hope to see you tomorrow at least. Let's make it happen. Let's raid. See you next time.
Whoa.
Yeah.